Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Memorial United Methodist Church in Thomasville, North Carolina. This is our weekly update, and today is Wednesday, November the 17th, 2021, and my name is Rodney, and Danny Leonard is right back here, and we want to thank you for joining us this afternoon, and we're going to tell you a little bit about what makes November the 17th such a special, special day. First and foremost, today is National Baklava Day.
Can't beat it.
Man, it is, baklava is so good. It's just all those layers of like sweet goodness and I guess I got nuts crushed up in them and everything.
Got some kind of syrup or honey or something.
Oh yeah, so good.
I mean,
so
it's
good.
flaky.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lady in one of my churches that made that, and after I left there, she sent me a box of it. And I ate evidently too much because I had to go to the doctor for my annual checkup and do a blood test. And I think when they checked my blood, it came back and it was pure baklava
syrup.
Yeah. He said, "What in the world?" It was delicious though.
Oh yeah, and I understand it is a labor of love to like it's layers and layers of this stuff.
God, it's good.
And I read somewhere, this is kind of churchy. I read somewhere in Greece when they make it, they have 33 layers of the dough, and that's to represent the 33 years that Jesus walked on the earth.
I didn't know that.
I certainly didn't know that. I've never made baklava.
It's a good thing he wasn't around 50 years.
Yeah. We'd be done.
Ooh, it's real thin.
Yeah.
The dough is like phyllo dough or something.
Yeah,
it's real
some kind of
thin.
special dough. Yeah.
God, it's good.
So anyway, go out and eat some baklava. But if you're going to do that, you need to celebrate one of the other holidays that is November the 17th, which is Take a Hike Day.
That's the day.
Not take a hike as in get out of my face or get away from me, but go out and enjoy the day of the day.
Yeah.
Take a hike. Go and take a hike down.
Walk off a couple layers of that baklava.
Yes, you're going to need to. You're going to need to. So anyway, so it's National Baklava Day, and so go eat a little bit of baklava, take a hike, enjoy your day. And then there are special things that have happened on this date throughout history, and we want to make sure you're aware of the things that have happened. And first we got in 1853, and Danny and I were talking about this. In 1853, street signs in San Francisco were authorized. So they started putting street signs out, and that was before cars.
I reckon.
So I guess
it was to keep people from getting lost.
Maybe.
I mean, they'd go
all those hills in San Francisco.
They'd go to the store and be gone for 6 days. Yeah. I mean, so.
Yeah. So,
and nobody pays attention to them anyway.
The street signs, yeah. So anyway, street signs have been around I didn't realize they'd been around for so long. Yeah. So anyway, 1853, street signs started in San Francisco, and then in a little bit later, 1913. The very first ship sailed through the Panama Canal. They were been spending years and years building this connection between the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, and that first ship sailed on this date.
It saved like thousands of nautical miles.
Oh yeah, a long time having to go around the south end of South America and stuff. So,
but evidently a ship hadn't gone through there in about 20 years because we're not getting any products. I believe it's hung up.
They're all just hanging out in the bay there.
It's clogged.
Yeah, it's clogged up. So anyway, but today's the day that it opened. They may not be using it, but it was open.
I'd like to go through there.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool to go through. I don't know how long it takes, but
they got all those locks.
Yeah, you have to go in.
It fills up.
Go up and down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, make your way through. But anyway, so I also heard about this. Now I like sports. I like to watch sports and everything. And so in 1968, there was this thing called TheHeidi Bowl. And so the reason it was called TheHeidi Bowl was so the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets were playing football, and they went into like the last minute and a half. And the football game had gone long, and the NBC just decided to cut off the last minute and a half of the game. And they started.
Another show was coming on.
Well, the movie Heidi was coming on. They had it programmed, and they just stopped playing the football game, started playing the movie, and so fans watching the game like didn't get to see the last minute and a half. Well, the reason that was such a big deal was that the Oakland Raiders, who had been behind by 2 scores, ended up making 2 touchdowns in like 9 seconds. Like, I don't know, it was ridiculous. Like, all real back-to-back touchdowns, and came back and won the game. And nobody got to see it.
So they missed it.
Nobody on TV got to see it. So, so it became known as the Heidi Bowl because instead of watching this miraculous comeback, people got to watch Heidi.
They watched the whole game and missed the most
the best part. Yeah, the best part, the last minute and a half.
But now they just disregard that kind of stuff. I mean, scheduling kind of goes out the window. We're going to keep playing this game.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the game, I think, that made a difference, that made them stop and everything. But anyway, so that happened on this date, November the 17th. And so then something that we use every day in 1970, there was a man named Doug Engelbart got a patent for the mouse, the computer mouse. I mean, I didn't know it'd been around since 1970. I didn't know we needed it that long, but man, that's the way we interact with computers now, desktop computers anyway. So for years and years. Anyway, the mouse became a thing.
I called it a mouse because it had a long tail on it.
Yeah, I guess. Well, mine doesn't. It's got.
I know.
But yeah, it does look like a little mouse. That's for sure. So anyway, but so that was what, 50 years ago?
70.
Yeah, dang. So anyway, it's been a long time ago, but it's been around for a while. And then also on this date in 1989, The Little Mermaid was released, and so that I remember when that came out. I was in high school, and
you had a backpack that had a Little Mermaid on it, didn't you?
Maybe. No, I did not. but my daughter has. I think she had one when she was in elementary school. So Ariel is still around, and so. But anyway, Little Mermaid. So go out and watch Little Mermaid today in honor of the release date, and then you were sharing this in 2003.
On this
date, singer Blake Shelton,
country music,
got married for the very first time.
That's right. He got married for the first time in 2003. He liked it so much he's done it 3 times, and he's hoping that 3's a charm.
I think it is. I feel good about it. Yeah. So anyway, he's also been. He's current. Gwen Stefani is his current.
He met her on The Voice or something.
Yeah, I think that's right.
She's like a rock and roll singer, ain't she?
She was in No Doubt. She was she was like a rock and roll singer. But
he's just a big old goofy country boy.
He is. He is. So anyway, that today is the date he got married the first time. Then in 2006, the PlayStation 3 was released. Now, for some people that may not mean anything, but I thought this was really interesting. PlayStation 3 is the
video console.
It's a video game console put out by Sony, and it has sold 57 million units. 57 million units of PlayStation 3. And for what I understand, if I read this correctly, it is the best-selling console of all time in the world. So there's been some since then that have been released, but they haven't sold as many. And of course, there are older ones that didn't sell quite as many. But I guess it came at the right time, and so that PlayStation 3 is the best-selling console, video game console of all time. Not only that, but when it came out, it was so cutting edge. In order for Sony to be able to compete with the other consoles that were out there, they had to cut they had to lose money on every unit that was sold. And so at first they were losing like $250 to $300 per console that was sold. Now they were making that money back, right, with the games. I mean, they would give you the hardware, but then you'd have to go out and buy the software. And that's you don't want a game just sitting there you gotta have the game. I mean, you don't want to have the console there without the games. And so anyway, but they were losing money, but obviously getting it through the games and everything. So and they didn't make a profit on the console until 4 years after it was released. It's crazy. So anyway, but that happened today on this day.
That had to be to do with the games. That's why it was so popular. Because the games that came out.
I think it was the first one that had that 1080 wide aspect, high definition picture, and it had a blue Blu-ray player in it, so it was like this really big deal.
We may
when it
have
came
one
out.
of them.
You may keep it. It's going to be a collector's item. So
I'm still playing a Pong game. Tick tick.
We had one of those. We had one of those games. So anyway, and then the last event for on this day in history. So last week we were talking about Jesse Ventura, Jesse the Body Ventura, the wrestler that became Minnesota's governor. Well, this week on this date, Arnold Schwarzenegger, actor, bodybuilder, became the governor of California. In 2010, Arnold Schwarzenegger was sworn in as the governor of California on this date. So it just goes to show
he had trouble campaigning because he couldn't find signs big enough that he could put his whole last name on, and people couldn't pronounce it.
I had the hardest time spelling that out.
I know.
So anyway, if you're a Schwarzenegger fan, today's your day.
That's right.
That's your day. And then finally, we celebrate birthday today. Lorne Michaels turned 77 today. He was born in 1944, and he's originally from Canada. He grew up in Canada, and he's the executive producer for Saturday Night Live. And I grew up watching Saturday Night Live. Yeah, SNL. So and I think he's been there for like 40 years, something ridiculous, years and years. He was the executive producer, and then won, and I read somewhere he won 18 Emmy Awards for that. So
he's cutting edge.
Yeah,
they stay up to date.
every week.
But they put it together in a week's time.
It's crazy
with current events. And they bring in those hosts. That's what
always somebody that's really popular, like real
and
well
musical
known.
guests.
Yeah.
It's something. It comes on so late though.
It's late. It's like late on Saturday, like 11:30 or something. So
it's late.
Gotta record it somehow. Watch it later. But anyway, so happy birthday to Lorne Michaels. And then we got some things happening here at the church. We got out of October with all this stuff going on, and we just rolled right into the Advent season. And so we have a lot of really cool things happening this Advent season. We want to just we're going to give you a little bit as we go, but we're going to start out with this coming Sunday. That's Sunday, November the 21st. Our Mission Possible kids will be having a canned food drive, and you stop by the church and come through the breezeway between 4:30 and 5:30. And if you just want to open up your trunk or whatever you want to do, they will get the cans out of your car and make sure that all those cans get to Cooperative Community Ministries. And you can just help show our kids that what it means to be community based and outreaching to our.
If you don't want to come by, then you can bring them Sunday morning.
Oh yeah, we'll always have time, but I think it's good to let the kids see people doing things in our community and everything.
Drive through.
Yeah.
Do a drive by.
Yeah.
Throw a couple cans of green beans out.
That's right. So after church, go have a little lunch. Go by the grocery store, get some cans, bring it back by the church so that the kids can unload them for you. So anyway, I think it'll be a good time, but make sure you support those Mission Possible kids this coming Sunday. And then another drive that we have scheduled is the following Sunday on November the 28th. We will have a Fill the Van. Our missions committee will have a Fill the Van toy drive. And they're going to do it 2 days. It's going to be Sunday, November the 28th from 9 to 11 a.m. in the morning. So during between kind of the Sunday school hour. And then Wednesday, December the 1st, a little bit later in that week, if you couldn't make it for Sunday morning, between 5 and 6:30. And I'll put all those dates and stuff on the screen and everything. But they want new, unwrapped toys. And it doesn't matter age, I guess 12 and under, but it doesn't matter the age or whatever. And those toys will be donated to Cooperative Community Ministries.
That's right.
And CCM has a toy store that parents can come in and get toys. And I think that they have a small cost to them.
Very reduced.
Very, very, very reduced. So those donations become some money that will then be returned to the to the community. So it kind of all works together. But
and we do that store here.
Yeah,
host
it's in our gym. So yeah. So
that's a big deal.
We are real fortunate to be able to host that for them. But we need to be able to have those toys so they can have the store. So go out and get some toys.
And we do a good job on filling the van.
Yes.
It's fun. Ansel and I enjoy going out and buying toys because we don't have little children. And so we still get to go buy little children's toys.
That is cool. That's fun.
And,
that's always fun. So come and help us fill up that van with toys. And on Sunday, November the 28th, and Wednesday, December the 1st. And then that night, Sunday, November the 28th, that night at 5 p.m., we're going to kick off our Advent season with our Christmas service. Our kids and youth will share with you what the different symbols on that Christmas tree in our sanctuary. I mean, it's not a Christmas tree. I say Christmas, but it's a Christmas tree, and we'll explain that on that Sunday too. But every one of those ornaments that we have, they have a meaning behind them, and they're supposed to remind us of Christ and during the Advent season and everything. So come out on that Sunday, November 28th for a Christmas service at 5 p.m. And then we just put this on the calendar. We'll make sure you know about it. Cutting edge right now. You're right here on the bleeding edge of our schedule. Sunday, December the 5th, we will have a special Christmas choir presentation by our chancel choir, and Norris has been working on this, and so make sure it'll be at 11 o'clock a.m. and everything. So make sure you're here for that. Hear all the great Christmas music that we have and everything. So make sure you bring your friends, bring your neighbors, and enjoy our Christmas. And
there won't be a sermon at 11 o'clock.
That's right.
But for those of you who are going to miss a sermon, you can come at 8:50 a.m. on Sunday, December the 5th, where we will have the Awaken service at the regular time. And so you'll get the full load.
Spend the morning with us. You get everything.
Just come in and enjoy it. Have a day.
Yeah, it'll be great. So anyway, hope to see you on that Sunday, December 5th. There's other things happening, but we're going to stop right there just because you may stop listening to us. But
that's right. Too many things.
Yeah, too many great things that are coming up in December. So we will add those as we go. But I hope that you're able to enjoy some of the opportunities that we have, and we hope to see you in person. You know, it's been a while. I know there's some people that just hadn't been coming in person. We would love to see you, and look forward to worshiping with you in person sometime soon. Y'all have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.